Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers,
And I'm Monica Hickey.
and this is Volume Up by the Tees. If you believe glossing should do more, meet Alter Ego Italy's Keep It Glossy, a next-gen demi-color delivering rich tone, high shine, and longer-lasting results without unwanted lift. With a 7.0 to 8.0 pH and Chroma Bridge technology, it protects the hair while creating even beautiful color. Plus, the ammonia-free and alcohol-free oleogel formula makes every application smooth and gentle. This month, you can try Keep It Glossy inside our Hello Salon Pro monthly box. This is your chance to experience next-level shine firsthand for only $24.99 plus shipping. Grab yours today before we're sold out. We've got a reoccurring guest. Are you trying to steal? Maybe is you trying to make this like a guest expert sort of column, sort of thing?
I'm doing my best to get a spot on this darn podcast. I don't know what I have to do. I've got the executive producer credit, but I can't get
Yeah,
any screen time
I
here.
know. Don't take it personal. No, don't.
I'm like purposely sending Jeffrey on vacation so that I can like have some spotlight once in a while.
Yeah, Jeffrey is enjoying spring break in a magical place with his family, and I'm living for his Instagram stories because his daughters are so cute.
So cute. And he's got like a new vibe too. Jeffrey's like a chameleon and he kind of picks up
Totally.
the vibe all the time. And so, he doesn't really post himself very often. And when he did, I was like,
I
oh,
know.
okay, that's new.
I know. It's great. He's had that chameleon evolution since we've known him, which has been what, close to a decade?
Yeah. I mean, like producer Madeline, I'd love if you put like original Jeff that we originally met right here because it
Yes.
does not at all look like our editor in chief. And I think
He was a Baltimore guy living in a Baltimore world when he met us.
hardcore like education, like he
Yes,
worked with education and it kind of looked like it. It was
he
cute.
did. Yeah.
Anyway.
Khakis could come back for him. We don't know this.
Well, also happening this weekend while he was gone was Coachella weekend one, which I don't know about you, but it was all over my feed.
Yes, too much. I'm so over it. Like Jeff and I talked last week about a little bit about Coachella, and it's like, is it still cool? Like, I don't think so, but
I
whatever.
will say what I will say, and this could be because I'm aging out a little bit.
Hmm.
I had more like Masters fashion than Coachella fashion in my
Yes,
TikTok and Instagram feeds last weekend, which I am here for. Like,
I know you are.
but it was a lot more Masters than Coachella that I saw, at least.
And I feel like Masters is more your vibe and more of my vibe too. And I love the Masters fashion.
Yeah.
It's like, do we need this much fringe? Like, do we need all this?
What I will say
I don't
about the
know.
Coachella fashion that I did like was I did like the where we've been saying like maximalism is back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I felt
Hmm.
like that was real at Coachella
Yeah.
versus like there it wasn't like clean girl. It wasn't like whatever. It
True.
was like I know one of the women that I saw was making her own fits like out of keychains, right? And then
Yeah,
like
that's
the
pretty,
whole outfit weighed like 20 pounds,
that's
right?
aggressive.
Very,
Yes.
very, very cool. So I think that that was fun. And then there was like fun hair and makeup fashion in
Yeah.
a way that like we don't get on the red carpet and we don't get on the fashion week, right? Like
True. Very
fashion
true.
week, you've got like the slick back bun, which we will talk about because that
Okay.
is also trending. You've got all like the like those things because it's about the clothes. And then, in all these other places. So like Coachella is like one of the places where we have where it's like
Eh,
yeah, bring out the color. Let's go.
literally go all out. Like
Yeah.
literally.
And
That's a good point. It's a good point. I'll take that point.
I think the influencers did, the ones who weren't like there was controversy too, right? So the controversy at Coachella, if you're not like as chronically online as we all are, is people were saying that brands were inviting them and then like removing their invites to
Oh,
come, or that they like weren't going to go to Coachella because they weren't invited by a brand. And so, like then the what I'm going to call like the elder millennial influencers entered the
hmm.
chat and they were
Hmm.
like, yeah, but you can just like go if you want. Like you don't have to be sponsored. Like you indeed can purchase tickets to go see Justin Bieber. You don't have to be sponsored.
Do people know that? Like, seriously, I mean, it's so obvious to us that know that, but I wonder if the sentiment is like it's invite only. That's
For like the
crazy.
brand trips, it is, right? And I do think
Yeah.
some brands that are starting to make it like a really cool experience. Like I know Nylon always does a really good job with like how they're building out brand pieces. But it was like an interesting like the discourse around influencer work at Coachella was really interesting. If you
Yeah.
haven't that, maybe we'll put some links in the chat. But
Oh, it looked exhausting to me. And that's when you know you've aged out, when you're like, oh my, this is exhausting.
well, there was the same drama with Masters too, because the Masters invited influencers. Did you hear
Uh-huh.
about that?
No, tell me about that.
Oh my God. So the Masters invited influencers, and so then people were mad that influencers, like there's only so many tickets to the
Yeah.
Masters.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
So they
Hmm.
were mad that the influencers got tickets and like they couldn't. And now the influencer discourse is like, yeah, but like they already have you. Like you're not worth as much to them, even if you buy a ticket, than an influencer who is like reaching
True.
quick, who's
Right.
like, regularly
Ick.
helping, right? So uh,
Ick. I don't like that. I don't like that these events are turning into just like influencer events. I don't know. Anyway, I did enjoy Biebercella, so I'll put that out there.
the memes, I mean, all it's
So
that's that
good.
I would say my feed is like all Biebertella too,
So
right?
good. And I love the ones where like Haley had the baby and was like swaying for like the mic check. I was like, that is adorable and
It
what I
was
want to see.
It was cute. And I feel like it healed a lot of like Gen Z's souls a little bit. Some of the same way that millennials have been getting a lot of nostalgia this year. I feel like the Gen Z's, like they grew up with Bieber.
Yeah.
They,
I was like, are you okay?
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they went through all his drama as their drama. And I feel like they're like, wow, look at him just scroll YouTube just like I do on a Saturday
And
night.
we can do this and we can have a career and a child and a normal functioning. Yeah, we're happy for him. He
We
came out on
are.
the other side. We're happy for Bieber. Yes.
At least we
So,
hope he's coming out. Like honestly, it's not super
yeah,
clear.
I don't know. Well, at this moment in time,
Yeah,
we're
he's there
happy
for
for
now.
him.
He's there for now. Well, I mean, I feel like we already talked a little bit about pop culture and like some things that we're obsessing over or things that are like not there, but we do need to jump into our obsessed or over it segment where we react to product, services, trends, and decide if they hit or miss. We'll be breaking down what's worth the hype and what isn't, and giving our honest takes on some few things along the way. So, as a reminder, we have not seen these. These are pulled by the producers ahead of time, with the exception of one, because as a producer, I did add one thing in today.
Look at you, just getting your mark on there.
Sorry, so sorry. Okay, so the first one here, though, it
I'm
is
here.
Bieber,
Oh,
right?
it
Bieber
is
Road.
a natural collaboration, right?
Yeah, I mean that's one of those
Pretty
ones where you're like at the dinner table,
okay.
and
You're
you're
like,
like,
hey, what if I did one of these? And you're like, yeah, I'll have my people do that.
yeah,
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
yeah. Oh, that was a little suggestive, but
What was?
the squeeze, the way the lipsticks kind of squeeze.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. What? I was like, what did I do?
I'm watching the video. I'm watching the
Yeah.
video,
So
and it's cool.
tell our listeners what you were looking at.
Okay, we're looking at a TikTok by RHODE that says RHODE X Biebers, the full collection. And it's kind of showing us in an ASMR type fashion all the product that they are launching together. It's very like 70s, which I would say is super in across beauty right now.
Yep.
We've got some eye patches, we've got some lip gloss.
Eye
That's
patches in the form of mushrooms, flowers, all of the things. So
brown and mustard colored
just
stuff.
an interesting combo.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, I run around the house chasing my husband with skincare products, trying to put it on him. So I'm any collaboration that's going to bring like genders together for skincare, I'm here for. So I'd say
We're
let's
here.
try it. I'll try it on camera. If you guys invite me back,
Okay.
we'll
All
do
right. There
product
you
and I'll
go.
do a product review.
All right. I love it. I'm obsessed too.
All right, what's this next one? Ooh, I'm nervous.
The Peloton ad. Haven't you seen it?
I
Hudson Williams.
have not seen this. Why don't you talk us through it since I'm experiencing?
Well, it's him in like a white tank top, white like short shorts. And he's working out with one of the Peloton instructors and then hops on the Peloton and is doing sort of dramatic dance sort of far swooping moves. And I think it's, good job, Peloton. I mean, you need to gain some relevance back, right? And I mean, certainly he's relevant right now, but I think it's kind of corny, to be honest. Like, why is
I'm
he dancing? Was he a dancer? Like, I don't get it.
Who is this?
Are you kidding me? Heated rivalry?
Okay, I do have a hole in my pop culture understanding, and it is that I
Oh,
watched a lot of television in the last 6 months.
whoa, whoa.
So
Okay.
that makes a little bit more sense to this ad because I was like, why is he just sweating everywhere?
No, no, it's him. It's one of the two, and he's everywhere. And so, anyway, I am not obsessed with this. I just think it's kind of,
Just like a good ad.
okay. It's a
Yeah.
good ad.
I'll also tell you that I have never used Peloton or understand Peloton. So like I understand that that was like the UX for the brand that was over the top, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what was happening. So
Okay.
it's
Well, there you go. It didn't convert
not
this one.
for me. Fabulous. Okay. And then this last one, okay, we're looking at a TikTok video or TikTok carousel for Say Beauty.
Hmm.
And this is their warm glow collection.
Hmm.
I mean, that glow looks beautiful. Here's the thing, I do like a little bit of highlighter. I
Yeah.
am a millennial. I can't help it. I do want to kind of glow a little bit. I don't want to be
Ooh,
matte. So
not this girl. She wants to be matted up.
excited for this. I think it's nice. I think this is great.
It is nice, but I'm definitely not going to buy it.
Oh, okay. Okay, and the last one is not necessarily a video for you to watch, but more for you to respond to.
Okay.
As you know, I'm the bridal editor here for the Teas. We're going to have our second segment of Behind the Veil that comes out imprinted in June. So the good news is that I get to spend a ton of time on bridal talk and bridal internet and bridal web. And there is something that I feel like, are going to have strong opinions on,
Okay.
literally like coursing through the bridal talk right now. And that is a huge controversy about slick back buns.
Oh, okay.
Basically, an influencer posted that there is such a thing as a slick back bun wedding, and there's such a thing as not a
Oh.
slick back bun wedding.
Oh.
Her wedding is not a slick back bun wedding, and therefore her bridesmaids are forbidden from wearing slick. And as you can imagine, the bridal talk just like went crazy about like, should you be telling your bridesmaids what their hair looks like? Is a slick back bun appropriate? Is a slick back bun dated? Is this something
Oh.
that is even attractive to like literally anyone? And then the hairdressers got into it too. But before we get into how it relates to our industry directly, like what's your opinion on slick back buns and like if they're appropriate in any setting?
Well, I don't like a slip. I do not like a slick back bun. And here's the one thing I've never been able to figure out. Why do women on their wedding day do their hair a way that they would never naturally appear? Right? So like I'm going to pull all my hair back as tight as possible and have all these ringlet curls and I'm going to go, "What? Who is that?" I no, I don't think that you can forbid someone to do it because there are certain people that it looks fantastic on, right? Um, I definitely did not have a slick back bun wedding. I don't, nobody did. I mean, it was a different time, but
I think your hair is right now what you did for your wedding, right? You
yeah, it is. And I,
had it was down.
and is that maybe I need to change it up a little bit.
Okay, so the second controversy is can you tell your bridesmaids or the people who are in your wedding what to do with their hair and makeup?
I think if you're good enough friends with them, you could be like, yeah, so like, oh, I don't know. No.
And there is like also the difference then of like, are you paying for glam or are they paying for their own glam? But
Right.
here's where I think is interesting. I like, telling them you don't want a slick back bun, fine. Like they'll find other options. What I think is really challenging is when you tell them what their hair has to do. Because
Yeah.
like even I'm a matron of honor in my sister's upcoming wedding. And
Hmm.
if he was like, you have to do a slick back bun, I'd be like, excuse you?
She did?
No, 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 she's not. She's not. She did
Oh,
not.
okay. Oh, oh.
Not- Has not yet. asterisks, right?
Okay.
But if
Mhm.
she did, I'd be like, well, I can't do a slick,
I
like
don't look good in a slick back bun.
round face. We can't
Right.
put in a
No,
slick back bun here, right? So like for me, I think it's harder to be like you have to do something than you like can't
I do
do
too. I
things.
do too. You know, I think what would disappoint me in pictures later is if my like bridesmaid would had like purple hair though,
Yeah, if
because it's
they
like a
weren't a
moment in
partly
time.
purple hair person or something.
Right, right. Unless, but I'd be like, oh, okay. But
Well,
yeah, anyway,
in this world where we have lots going on that are like really, really challenging for people in different countries,
right.
in our country, I
This
think
is
every once in a while, just having like a good old slick back bun controversy is important.
just wholesome,
I
wholesomeness.
desperately hope that your whole feed is just about slick back buns now.
It will be because they're listening. So thank you for that. Today on Volume Up by the Teas, we're joined with Sarai Martinez, a celebrity hairstylist and makeup artist with over 20 years experience, represented by Anchor Artists and a brand ambassador for Electric London Hair Care. She's worked with clients like Shohei Ohtani, Tyson Beckford, and Willie Geist. Her work has taken her to major stages in New York, Paris, Milan, and London Fashion Week, as well as Miami Swim Week, and has been featured in top publications. Known for her creativity and trend-setting artistry, she is passionate about helping people feel confident in their own skin, bringing both talent and heart to everything she does. Make sure that you subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Teas, and send in questions to volumeup@theteas.com.
But before we get there, let's talk teas beauty news. The first one we're going to be talking about, like almost everything else on this podcast, I guess, is Coachella. So Demetrius Giannettos talks about the work that he did with Camila Cabello's on her Coachella. Oh my gosh, can we have more C's in this title? Who did this? Okay. Demetrius Giannettos talks Camila Cabello's Coachella Cloud Curls. Whew.
Ooh, that's one. That's a title.
So, in case you missed it, Camila Cabello at Coachella 2026 weekend one had this insane, voluminous brunette hair that Kelly, I know your mom
Love,
would be really, really proud of.
love.
So,
Hmm.
we spoke with her celebrity hairstylist who created the powerful but soft look, and he's calling it cloud curls. So, you know
Ooh.
how we like to name everything nowadays. I guess we have big, fluffy cloud curls now. So, high volume, soft look, casual, sexy, effortless. Definitely going back to that, as we were saying, not the clean girl aesthetic, more of the
Yeah.
minimalism look. So head to thetease.com for a breakdown of the look. He specifically used Great Lengths weft extensions, as I believe he became ambassador for them recently. And it just looks beautiful. Like I absolutely loved it. If I had the hair, I would recreate it, but maybe I need to get some extensions to do so. What do you think about this look, Kelly?
Oh, it's 10/10. It's absolutely spot on. And I would wear my hair like this every single day. So I love it. I love it. I love it. It's perfection.
I feel like potentially reminiscent of some looks on the printed cover, actually.
Oh, yes, it sort of is. That's why I liked it. Next up is Zola Ganzerite spills on Sabrina Carpenter's Coachella claws. OPI Global Ambassador Zola Ganzerite created a one-of-a-kind custom red for Sabrina Carpenter, first headlighting Coachella set. She blended two shades to achieve the perfect vintage-inspired, very on-brand for Carpenter red. To elevate the look even further, she finished it with a chrome topper to make it super glossy. Head to thetease.com for the exact products you use and a tutorial to get your own Sabrina Carpenter nails. And I must say, I'm a red nail gal. And so I I'm loving this. I think maybe I should have my own red.
You should.
OPI, are you listening? Like a Kelly, like a I don't what would we name it?
Doesn't have to be OPI. Really any brand,
Any
any
brand.
real brand. I
Reach
think,
on out because look, they're always red.
oh my God. I
Hmm.
think, Kelly, I think there's like some upcoming things in your future that would be good for naming Neil brand.
Oh. Oh, maybe a little nice girl red. Ooh.
Yeah, that might be cool.
I love it.
I love the length of those nails. I've actually like started to go back down a little bit for
Mm,
my length, and I think that Sabrina's are great. I also like that it's simple because a lot of times, I mean, we spend a lot of time in the nail chair. It takes a lot of
it
time
does.
to do
It
all those
does.
nails, and she's already got a lot going on with her look. So,
I
I'll
like the simplicity of it and I love the red nail theory. I'm buying it 100%.
sure. Thank you so much to our contributors and editors for this week's beauty news. Don't forget to check out more stories that are not about Coachella and maybe some that are on thetease.com. As always, there's also a couple top stories that we haven't yet covered that we all need to know about. So as I said, I am indeed the bridal editor for thetease.com. So we're back here with some bridal looks. Sorry, Kelly. Kelly's very sick about talking about my wedding a year later.
It was a whole, I felt like we lived it every moment many times.
But it was just Bridal Fashion Week, and we have a lot of people who are actually covering that for us for printed for our June edition. And there are some really, really
Yes.
fun bridal looks that were featured in this article. The 98 best looks from New York Bridal Fashion Week, Spring 2027 collection. This is a Vogue article by Shelby Wax, and it is just like what's interesting about it is that doesn't really like call back a specific time period of
No.
wet. We've got corsets, we've got drop waist, we've got drop everything else. We've got really big and poofy, and it's like more fun. And I feel like bridal fashion recently was like again with the cool girl aesthetic was very, very simple. There wasn't a
Hmm.
lot of texture, there wasn't a lot of structure in the hair or in the gowns. And I
True.
think that like we're getting a lot more here for the 2027 Fashion Week. There's like sparkles and like a black suit, which is thrilling.
Yes. I
Exciting.
mean, I love the suited one, even the white suit. Like, oh God. I mean, maybe I'd renew my vows just to get to wear something like this again. I don't know. It's fantastic. I love it.
Also, who says we can only wear this cool stuff like white fashion
That's
when we're
fair.
getting married, right? I think we
Yeah,
should like, I know we have an event coming up in the fall. Maybe it should be like a white party and we can all wear white gowns. I'm here for that. But that was a really cool article. I was excited to kind of see and, hopefully cover in printed coming up.
lovely.
I also saw this thing about the Italian bob, which bobs have been everywhere. I feel like almost a little bit
They,
out.
oh, we're totally bobbed out. Like literally every time they're renaming a different kind of bob. And now it's the Italian bob. Like the bob is the bob. Curl it how you want, style it how you want, put a headband in it. It's never going anywhere. And I don't think it should be in any headline anymore.
Okay, but hear me out on this one. I picked this one specifically though because they did bring in a hairdresser to talk about how to achieve the look.
Okay.
That's not necessarily Vogue's MO. And like a
Yeah.
lot of times, even it's like, a girly pop in the corner who's writing about what she's seeing on the internet. And so, like, we appreciate like an ode
Yes.
to an actual pro, right?
I'll
So,
give you that.
kudos to British Vogue on that coverage there. The other thing is, I would say, like, I don't know that all the bobs that they pulled are actually anything unique and different,
Or
but
Italian. Again,
or
because
Italian, but their
because
key image is, and it's like a wide side part,
yeah,
which
it is.
as millennials and elder millennial
I
to
love.
non-elder millennial, we do love a side
We
part.
love a side part.
If
Uh-huh.
Italian bob means we're side parting, then like I'm here for it. But that is an interesting article just because they did bring in a hairdresser to talk about how to actually achieve the look.
We love that. Okay, next we're going to go back to US Vogue, 16 flattering haircuts for thick hair, no matter your texture or length. And this is where the pros come in, right? I mean, because there is such an artistry to making sure your hair lays and flows and grows out properly. I'm usually the most in awe of when I get like my new extensions in and my stylist is just like cutting into them and I'm seeing like 4 inches to the ground and you're like, whoa. So I think that this article is very relevant, right? So I don't know.
I think it's a good one too. They did bring in a hairdresser to kind of talk through the theory of it, and this Vogue editor who I've actually read about a lot has like big curly hair herself, so she obviously has like some expertise, which is great. I'm gonna call out though that it does kind of look like we just took a Google search of like the biggest trends in hair and said like, and these work for thick hair.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
don't
Like the
know that,
wolf bob or whatever. Like,
right,
is that for thick?
or like the Jennifer Aniston. I mean, like, if you actually have thick hair, the Jay Aniston does not work. Like,
No,
specifically, her hair is very thin, and that's why she can do the this,
this. Yes.
this,
Right.
right? So, like, here for the editor, here for the hairdresser support,
We're
not
gonna
super.
need to double click into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Some of these are clickbait, I would say. So,
All right, do better, Vogue. Come on. Now stay tuned for our interview with Sarai.
One last note before we get into the interview. Let's talk about the newest launch from Wella Professionals. Blondorplex 9, the #1 salon lightener in the world, just got an upgrade. New Blondorplex 9 offers up to 97% less breakage and is now upgraded with metal purifier technology for an unbeatable clean lift. Blondorplex 9 from Wella Professionals is truly a revolution in lightening technology to help you achieve transformational results behind the chair. Head to wella.professionalstore.com or visit your local Cosmoprof today.
Sarai Martinez is a celebrity hairstylist and makeup artist with over 20 years of experience serving New England and is represented by Anchor Artists. She's a brand ambassador for Electric London Hair Care and has worked with top stylists and clients, including Shohei Ohtani, Tyson Beckford, and Willie Geist. Her work has been featured at New York, Paris, Milan, London Fashion Weeks, and Miami Swim Week, as well as in Glam Hair Magazine, The New Yorker, and Boston Common Magazine. She's known for her creativity, trend-setting artistry, and dedication to help others feel confident in their own skin.
Sarai, welcome to Volume Up. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
So I've got a little bit of a cough. Hopefully we make it through this without me coughing all over you and everyone. I know that the listeners are not going to enjoy that. But otherwise, I'm great. I just sound like this. Let's get into it, though. Let's talk about you. Sarai, look, we start this podcast mostly the same way in that we need to know how you got to beauty. This is the thing that is most fascinating. I feel like people come at it from so many different ways, and we want to know about yours. So was beauty always in the cards for you? Was it never? Like, talk to me about it. How did it happen for you?
I think it just came naturally for me. I didn't, I think I've always had a knack for like doing hair, and I always had an interest, and
Okay.
I've been doing it since really young, since like 15 years old. So I mean, I think I've always been that person where all my girlfriends were in my room. I was the girl that everyone would just go into their home and get ready. I was the designated person to get everyone ready in the crowd. That was me. So I think even my mom's friends chimed in. They became a part of it.
We love that. We love that for you. And now hopefully they're paying you as a pro.
Yes.
What were those early days like? Getting started as a baby stylist. If you can take yourself back then, we've got listeners that are at all aspects of their career journey. What was it like for you?
Right.
How did you find it?
It was hard.
Okay.
It was really hard. It was, I guess it's easy to get discouraged. And I think a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying. I think there wasn't that much guidance. You kind of go into hair school kind of thinking, yeah, I'm going to make some money. You are not going to make some money. You are actually not going to make any money. You are not going to make some money. It's going to take some time to make money. So I think that misconception, leaving hair school was tough. So I wanted it. I wanted it right there and then. I wanted to be that fabulous hairdresser that's twirling all around the salon, doing like a zillion clients. And, I assisted that fabulous hairdresser. I assisted that fabulous hairdresser for like 5-7 years. And these are things they don't talk about. You're making like $10 an hour and you're working a zillion jobs. And then you have your dream job. So, I mean, the beginning was very tough. I even left for a little bit. I took a break. I felt very defeated at many of times in the beginning of my career.
So what made you come back? Because so I firstly really appreciate you saying that. A lot of people feel like they've got to perform this, like everything is great, this hustle is real and it's fine. And at the expense of their mental health, there's burnout, there's so many things. So when you took a break, what made you come back? Because I feel like that's pretty interesting.
So I totally went into something else. I started doing marketing. And I had a great boss. She was awesome. And then as I'm in this cubicle, I'm like, what the heck am I doing in this cubicle? It's so depressing. It's so miserable. This is just not even who I am. I'm a creative. I just wanted to literally, get out of this space. And then, my boss, who, I assisted, she just kept saying, you don't belong here. You don't belong here, but I'll let you work from home until you figure it out. And then it took off from there. As I went back, as I had that nice solid break, I want to say like I had a good 5 year break. I mean, I was
Oh,
still
healthy.
doing hair on the side. I was still doing hair on the side, but I took a break, like a professional break. And then when I came back, it was like it was meant to be that way. Everything started aligning for me. I was very hungry. I was very driven. I was going through a divorce. Everything was just happening. And I felt like in that precise moment, I took that anger into drive and I was like on power mode. And that's what happened. I think I was just in a different space.
Okay. All right.
So in 2014, that's when things started twirling around.
Okay. And
I
again,
remember it like yesterday.
as trauma often sort of works its
As
way into
trauma
our, yep.
often follows. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you know,
You
it
took the
doesn't
words
leave
right
you.
out of my mouth.
Sorry about that. In terms of harnessing your creativity, talk to me about that. So you have this realization, you're in a cubicle, you're like, God, this is not it. I want to put this creativity to use. Um, how did that sort of manifest itself? How did you know that you wanted to go out on your own? I mean, obviously building a brand, like what were the sort of sparks of what would become this pivot in your career?
So when I was doing marketing, I think that kind of triggered that building a brand because I
Hmm.
was helping another brand. I was helping an insurance company build their brand. And
Hmm.
in my head, I'm like, I'm smart. I'm I'm more than this. I'm more
Hmm.
than that. I want to be something else. So I took what the knowledge that I had in the company and applied it somewhere else. So I took the tools and applied it somewhere else where I actually want to apply it in, which is building my own brand, doing hair, and becoming who I want to become. And I think that was the fire that started it all. And just gaining that knowledge of that marketing background and marketing myself. And somehow, I mean, we don't know the answers. It's just kind of like one of those things that you just have to take this step to get to the other.
I mean, truer words probably never spoken. You really gotta get in movement to be moving places. It's that easy, but it's that hard. I mean, obviously, it's not something for the faint. Talk to me about mindset and strategy. So, when you were getting started and in the process of building your own brand, investing in yourself, what were some of the tools that you were putting in place to make it happen for yourself?
One of the tools that I put in place was building a community within myself. That was a
Mm,
big one. Building a community, that's a big, you need to get out there, you need to network, you need to start really getting into different rooms, making
mm,
yourself known, and kind of building that community around yourself. So when I started getting back into hair,
mhm.
I was going to so many events. It didn't matter what event it was. If it
Okay.
was an event, I'm going to it. And I had fun and I met a lot of people, but I also got a lot of clients.
Mm,
And then people that do different things. People that can build my website.
mhm,
People that can, help me lease a property. Just
mhm.
you know, things, people that can help me get an LLC, like an accountant. I slowly started doing those different compartments and slowly started building my business. And I feel like you're not going to get those avenues unless you surround yourself around those people.
Mm, mm. Also well put. Talk to me about when you're out on your own, uh, balancing the business and the creative side. Do you think that a balance exists? I'm curious because so many times we have people on the pod that are so creative and struggle immensely with the business. And sometimes it's like
Right.
people are really business minded and the creative is kind of, so I'm curious, like where do you fall? Is it in even parts? Is it not? I'd love to understand that for you.
Um, it's hard. And for the longest, I was managing it all. And
Mm,
I just started slowly delegating. I want to say within the past 3 years.
hmm
I was building these, avenues, and I was trying to find the events to go to. I was pitching myself to different
Mhm.
jobs. I was doing
Mhm.
it all. And just as of recently, I've started to kind of let go and shift because the burnout is real and I just can't do it all. And
Mhm.
as you become an older stylist like myself, you really can't be, exhausting all your sources because, as you know, we're contract employees and we have to pay for everything. We don't get
Mhm.
days off.
Mhm.
So, balance, you have to find it. Is there a balance? You have to make it. It's not, you have to set aside that balance for everything to work out because I know I hate saying that, but it's like us as contract employees, we want to take the next job, take the next job,
Mhm.
take the next
Mhm.
job because we don't know when the next one is going to come.
Of course.
So we have to find the balance. And, a lot of us don't want to take a vacation because we're scared we're going to miss a job.
Uh-huh.
So you have to create that balance.
Mm. Mm. Uh, Talk to me about another sort of marketing buzzword. Sorry. Authenticity. Authenticity is being talked about everywhere. Most recently for Instagram, with all of this AI slop that's hitting the platform, the CEO was saying, well, I mean, if you are authentic, if you're creating authentic to you content, you should be fine. What has authenticity meant to you? How has it informed your approach to jobs, to partnerships? I'd love to understand that too.
Um, you're talking to the right person. I'm probably one of the most authentic people, the most unapologetic person you will ever be. I live in my truth.
Mm,
I have always known my worth. I always fight for authenticity. I am very straightforward, whether it comes with my agent, whether it comes with, my publicist. I want to, relay that I'm authentic. And it actually translates without me even saying much. I feel like that
mm,
comes naturally if you have authenticity. Like it shows in my work, it shows in my personality. People want to work with you if
mm,
you're authentic. If you're not authentic, people can see right through that and they can see through the smoke and mirrors real quick. And I
mm,
think that brings success too. It's all about building relationships. And if you're not authentic, you don't have relationships.
mm. Boom. That's the clip. Tell me about a decision that you made that's had the biggest impact on your career growth to date. If you can like look back, are there a couple of moments, and maybe there is the one that sticks out? I'd love to know about that.
I think one of the impacts that I've done to change my career is probably be hired by an agency.
Okay. All right. So what came with that? For people that are out there that are curious, they maybe want to get into editorial and celeb styling. They've heard about an agency. What has an agency done for you?
Um, a lot of people don't like agencies because they feel
Hmm.
restricted. Um,
Sure.
I don't feel restricted. I feel like it has brought a lot of, publicity to me. It's
Hmm.
brought a lot of my talents out to the forefront.
Hmm.
It's not necessarily like, agent work, you kind of rely on the agent to get you work, but you
Hmm.
can't really, I mean, you're definitely going to have to work at the salon. You can't just rely on the agency. That's just not even, realistic, especially nowadays. Things have been kind of dialing down in the photography and budget. And, this past year wasn't probably great for anyone.
Hmm.
It's been a little tough in the industry. Everybody knows.
Hmm.
But you have to reinvent yourself. You have to kind of continue going and find other avenues. But I would say the agency has really impacted my career. And it's hard to be taken on by an agency too. I mean, they don't just take
Hmm.
anybody on. That you
This is
kind
true.
of have to have a resume and you have to have a good background and portfolio to show them before they take you on. So, I
Hmm.
mean, I would recommend it if that's something that new stylists would want to do, but they definitely have to work hard. There's no easy route to that. You definitely have to do the legwork before you get there.
There you go. Uh, well, a lot of the legwork has brought you to insane campaigns, celebrity work, editorial. Talk to me about that experience of working maybe for the first few times with higher profile clients. What was that like? Did you feel like that was something you were always going to do? Is it something that scared you? Was it not? Yeah, tell me about those first few higher profile clients.
I thought it would scare me more,
Okay.
but I actually handled it like a champ.
All
I
right.
think, I see people as people.
Hmm.
So, they're just a normal person, just like you and I, just trying to get their hair done. They just do a different job.
Okay. That's an interesting way to think about it.
And
Sort of.
like, what do I have to lose? That's everything I say. That I live
Hmm,
by that. What do I have to lose? What's
hmm,
the worst thing that can happen? They don't hire me again. And that's it.
hmm,
But I take much pride in my work.
hmm,
I feel like if you're not scared, you're not doing anything. So it's
hmm.
like, a little scared means good. It means good. It's pressure on. You're not stagnant. You're doing good, exciting things. It makes you want to
Hmm.
do more, and it creates like a natural high that you just want to keep going.
All right. So with that natural high that you're talking about, is there a particular client or campaign or show that sticks out where you're like, that was like the pinnacle for me? Obviously, you're gonna go on to do many more exciting things, but to date, like, is there something that you're like, damn, that was cool. I'm so excited that I was proud of a part of that.
Paris Fashion Week was, yeah,
It's
that
pretty
was,
big.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
that was pretty big. I enjoyed that.
When you were doing hair for your friends and family, back in did you think you'd find yourself in Paris?
No,
No.
and that's so funny. Like, I might even get emotional on this. I never thought I'd be in Europe, and I've traveled so many countries, and I've gone so many places, and I've gone by myself. And it's kind of like crazy to me because, I grew up in Boston, in the city of Boston, right in the city of Boston. Let's make that clear. So, like, where Marky Mark is from, Dorchester's in the house. Yay, yay. But it's a rough neighborhood.
Hmm.
I just never saw all of this, and I'm just very grateful for all of it. So, it's very emotional.
I love this for you that you've been able to do and make things for yourself that you didn't think that you were going to be able to. Um, in terms of the creative expression that is afforded to you when you're on these sorts of trips for work, I mean, these are gigs. How free are you to like really let go? Or is it, I mean, you mentioned restrained with agency work. Sometimes, there's parameters, there's guardrails. I'm curious, like, how much free reign do you have or not?
That's a good question. We really don't have free reign.
Mm,
It's the client. You're
mm,
serving the client. So
hmm,
if the client adores you, they're like, no, do what you want. I trust you.
hmm,
Then you're solid. But usually for these type of gigs where it's product, and product branding, you
hmm,
don't really have free range. You kind of have to follow the guidelines, the look. There's a whole several of pages kind
hmm,
of rap sheet that you got to go through. You got to study the boards and the
hmm,
looks and whatever. You kind of have to follow the theme.
mm.
But I don't mind it. It's just, it's fun. Every crew is different. And I think just being in that environment is awesome too. So
Amazing. What do you think separates a stylist who follows trend versus setting them? Because this industry, there's room for everyone, to be clear. But what's your POV on the differences in those kinds of stylists?
I've never really I follow trends, but I do like to set them. I do
Okay.
use I do use the streets as my runway.
Yeah.
People that know me know. I like to set trends. I think setting trends, that really shows who you are as an individual
Hmm.
and how creative you can be and how fun you can get with whatever creative space you're in. It shows who you are. It's an expressive matter. It's a form of art. I
Mm,
just when I have my moments where I'm in having free range, of whatever and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sculpting hair, someone called me a hair sculptor. I love that they said that. They're like, Sarai's a hair sculptor.
That's pretty dope.
I'm setting a trend. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a hair sculptor.
Mm.
So, I mean, like, it's good to set a trend because then it gives you your, individuality instead of following.
Exactly. What are you excited about for 2026? What are moments that you'd like to sort of experiment with clients, color, cuts? What do you see in the cards?
I see a lot in the cards for 2026. I'm taking on a whole different approach.
Okay.
I'm trying to tackle this, I'm trying to lift a hair extension brand, but I'm having my trials and tribulations with trademarking right now. It's
Real.
been
That's
brutal.
real.
I'm literally like, it's been horrible. So I'm excited about that piece. I want to get that going. I want to start, selling e-commerce on my website. I
Mm-hmm.
want to venture into education. I'm excited about that aspect. I, have been up for some positions for regional educator, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping you guys will see me all over the gram, traveling everywhere and educating my fellow colleagues. That's exciting for 2026. So it's just Sarai's reinventing herself again. I'm here on the podcast with you. You're going to see me on
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these, and I just love it.
And we love having you here. So to that end, education. What's your sort of POV on what is lacking? What do you try to bring to stylists that they're sort of not getting elsewhere? Yeah, let's start with that.
Well, education, I feel like a lot of people want to deliver and do like a one-stop shop and get you out of the chair. I think we need to bring some of the old school education tools back because what I'm seeing now, I see a lot of hairstylists focusing on wigs and slapping on a wig on someone. Let's
Oh,
focus. Let's
oh.
focus on our hair. Let's focus on our healthy hair. Let's focus
Mm,
on actually bringing back customer service and,
sure.
like I spoke to earlier, individuality,
Hmm.
prescribing, consulting with individual clients to their needs.
Mm,
I feel like that's really important. I think we need to bring that old school mentality back where
hmm.
we focus on the client and their individual needs instead of just looking at a picture and saying, oh, this might look good.
I don't know anybody that does that. Okay, all right. What has education meant to you? So, I mean, you talk about what you're hoping to impart for people, but for you, what kind of difference has it made? I mean, you've done all sorts of certifications, and you've made an investment in that area. So, I'm curious, why?
I feel like I'm in another place in my life where education needs to come in and I need to give back.
Hmm.
Um, there has been so many mentors for me that are monumental in my life who I still talk to. I was just actually talking to my makeup instructor, and he does America Horror Story and Law and Order. And I'm like, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. And he's just like, no, be grateful for you because you have the determination to go forward. And, he's I want to have that impact on the youth and just kind of give back because there has been plenty of times where I found myself stuck and I feel like, education is wonderful and I love teaching and I love,
Hmm.
speaking upon the things that I know and, taking a class and actually sharing my tricks and just, educating everyone is awesome. It's rewarding.
You've also mentioned a couple of times wellness and taking care of yourself and avoiding burnout. So I'm curious, how do you, knowing that you took a break from the industry and that you've come back in, how do you calibrate and make sure that you're not forgetting about yourself and your well-being? I feel like that's going to be relevant to listeners.
Well, I'm definitely a Capricorn. I'm a lone
Hmm?
wolf. I need my alone time.
Sure. All right.
I need to recharge.
Mm,
After a day of being overly stimulated with clients and speaking with people, as you know, I make sure I always have a day where I'm just in solitude. I don't really engage with family or friends. I get actually massages regularly because my body does hurt.
Speak on
It
that.
hurts.
I think we had someone come on a couple of years back where they were talking about sort of corrective postures and things. But this it had a moment where people were talking about ergonomics and then it's fallen off. But bodies hurt. You're putting yourself
Bodies
through
hurt.
literally. So how are you trying to keep up? You massage often?
I
That
just
sounds
had a
good.
birthday. I'm 42. I may not look it, but I definitely feel it in my sciatica. And I have a neck flare up that happens.
Mm.
It's hilarious. But I feel like people don't even talk about it that much. Like,
Oh.
I don't know why. I am constantly like, there's weeks sometimes I can't move my neck properly for 3 weeks. I make sure that I get massages. I make sure I go to the chiropractor. I make sure that I'm nourished because I can't deliver if I'm not okay. And, yes, proper shoes. I know these young girls want to wear heels. I don't know what they're doing. No one's wearing heels here. I am not wearing heels. I am wearing New Balances.
Do you hear that, everybody? Solid advice. If you take nothing away from this, make sure you're investing in the right footwear. Yeah, that's perfect. Other advice. I mean, so you mentioned, sort of having the odds stacked against you when you were getting started. You've been through some things, as we all have, but you've got your own perspective and your own experience. So, in specifically talking to women stylists that are out there that are maybe in similar situations or different, I'm wondering like how advice you might have for like harnessing passion, which you've done. You've really sort of made it happen for yourself. How can others? What are lessons that they could learn from you? Some advice you might have for them to lock in similarly.
One of the advice I would definitely for a hairstylist, there's so many different avenues. I
Mm.
guess figure out the avenue you want to do and drive on it. Like just go on that and be passionate about that. And when I say different avenues, like, there's so many different ways you can go. Do you want to be, specialize in color? Do you want to specialize in cutting? Do you want to specialize in education? Or do you want to be an editorial stylist? You have to figure out that first and then master your craft. Master your craft and then everything will come.
Perfect. Beautifully said. Sarai, before we get into our quick takes, if people are not already following you, they're not necessarily familiar, where can they find you? What are the handles? What are the websites? We're going to plug them into the show notes. We'll make it nice and easy for all of our listeners. But yeah, could you please, where can we find you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Sarai, Sarai by day.com. That's my website as well. So my handle's all the same. I make it really easy. Sarai by day. You can find me on my website. You can find me on Instagram. You can also find me at Evolve Salons Friday through Sunday. That's where I work in Massachusetts.
Boom. Boom. Marketing, all of that work. It's being put to use. Smart. All right, let's do our quick takes. These are the questions we ask of all of our guests. Try not to think about it for too long, and then we'll set you back on your way building for this year. First question. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be? And it does not have to be specific to hair, to just be very clear. Any skill, anything's on the table.
Let's see. That's a good one. A perfect wing liner.
I mean, we've seen those tutorials.
Perfect.
People make it look easy.
Like airbrushed.
Okay. Well, I want that for you.
I'm good at it, but I want to be like.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I want that for you. Yeah, there's that. What is your current go-to song or album? What are you listening to?
Lately, I've been listening to like a lot of Afro beats. I want to be a part of it.
Power of music. There you go. We love that. All right. All right. What is a haircut or color trend that you are secretly or not so secretly obsessed with right now?
I'm loving that bob.
Yes.
I'm loving that Leslie Bibb bob.
That cunty little bob. It's an enduring style. Do you think
I'm thinking about going there, but I don't know if I just took off my hair extensions. I don't know if I want. I don't know. I'm still thinking. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Ruminate on that one. The CLB looks good on a lot of people. I feel like you could definitely pull it off. If you could do a dream celebrity client, who would it be? What would you do?
Sarah Jessica Parker. She's my favorite. I love her so
Okay.
much. I need to meet this woman.
Okay. Would
I don't
you?
even know if I'd be able to do it. I think
Well,
I'd
that's
be
what I'm
starstruck.
getting. What would you do more of the same? I mean, she's got a sort of locked look, which is not bad, to be clear. Do you think you do that, or you try to change it up?
I would probably change it up. She does look good with her hair curly. I think I would incorporate her hair curly. I'm not
Hmm.
sure how her hair is doing. You know, your hair texture changes every 7 years. So we don't know if that Sarah Jessica Parker from, the early 2000s has the same curl. So, but I do love her hair curly. I would probably embrace more of her curly instead of wavy because she's doing the kind of
She
brushed out wave.
loves, yeah, 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 yeah.
Well,
I'm
it
with you.
kind of distracts from her features. She has strong features, so she, uses the hair to kind of cascade it out.
Hmm. But sometimes a curly moment, that's all we need. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. What is a tiny thing that made you smile this week?
Oh, that's cute. Um,
We try to end on a positive note here. Send
that's
you off with a good
really,
one.
that's a good one. What's a positive thing? A positive thing was I got a magazine feature.
Well,
That
damn.
that
Congratulations.
that put a smile on my
Congrats.
face.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And I could see why it'd make you smile. Sarai, thank you for joining us on Volume Up. It's been a blast getting to know you, and I appreciate so much of your candor and your advice. There's lots of gems here for listeners, so come back anytime.
Thank you so much.
I'm so jealous that I didn't get to do this interview. She's super cool, and I actually followed
Now.
prepping for this. There's so many cool things that she's doing across the board as far as like her work, but specifically, I'm loving the Beautic official work with the hair jewelry. I think we just got to be careful, obviously, if sometimes we are like using other people's cultures, but I think it's super cool, and I'm super here for hair jewelry in this summer, so I'm gonna get me some.
All right. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Oh, I get to do the credits? Okay. Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Abahe is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics for this episode.